Friday, the panel of judges in the Kuala Lumpur War Crimes Tribunal passed a unanimous guilty verdict against George Bush and 7 of his administration colleagues. The former US President, along with Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld and legal advisers whilst in office, were found to have engaged in a web of conspiracy to allow crimes of torture and war crimes to take place at Guantemo Bay, Bagram and Abu Ghraib.
Therefore, the prosecution has proved its case beyond reasonable doubt.
The tribunal has ordered reparation to be paid to survivors who testified for the irreparable harm and injury, pain and suffering they endured at the hands of US soldiers and their proxies. Former detainee Moazzem Begg said the judgment will have a mixed reception by those still being held.
The prisoners over there will be heartened to know that a country like Malaysia has taken a strong stance by pushing for these war crimes tribunals to see it through to its natural course, and that is to convict these people in this court. However, these men are still there. They're still in Guantanamo after 10 years. So whatever they may feel in terms of happiness will be, I think, drowned out by their reality.
The tribunal's decision, along with a record of proceedings, will be sent to the International Criminal Court, the UN and the Security Council. Organisations in other countries will be sought to continue legal work against leaders who have ignored international treaties in the name of the war on terror. This may include the current US administration.
President Obama is continuing the Bush kangaroo courts down on Guantanamo. Guantanamo has to be stopped before someone is sentenced to death and executed, because if this happens for the first time ever, the United States government and the American people will have a Nazi-style death camp.
The former head of the CIA's clandestine service, Jose Rodriguez, recently stated in an interview that President Obama's war against radical Islam is far more brutal than under his predecessor, with this administration not even bothering to arrest people but using deadly drone attacks instead. Despite this judgment, Bagram and Guantanamo Bay remain open. The question for the Obama administration is, when will they close them? The question from the families and survivors is, when will justice really be served? Lauren Booth, Press TV, Kuala Lumpur.